kids, welcome to Story Time with Jeanne Ryan, talking about all the crazy things I did as a kid, and, well, there's been a few weird things since I was an adult. But I pretty much have to say this is the topper of all the things that happened to me when I was a kid. At this point, I'm about 11, I want to say, and with a pack of my friends, and we're just kind of cruising around, running around on our bikes, doing our thing, and same area where I broke my leg, in that ravine area, there was all this new construction. So now they're starting to build the houses where we were sledding, so we were all mad about it, because they're got a road there now and all this other stuff. So somehow, I must have seen this in a movie, or I don't know, and still to this day feel kind of bad. This was my idea, but I said, let's look under manhole covers and see if we can find dead bodies. Now, there's no dead bodies in manholes, but somehow I thought this was something to explore, and my friends were all on board with it. So we find this road, right, and it's a circular manhole cover, and there was the construction around it, so there's still kind of a rim around it to be able to get your hands in there. So my friend John was way taller than all of us. He got like a growth spurt when he was 11, or maybe he was 12. I think he's a year older than me. So he had these mitts on him, right? Huge, big hand, man hands, and he's like 12. So here's myself and a couple of my friends, and put our hands around, like, okay, 1, 2, 3, let's lift it up. So we're all like, barely got the thing up there, really heavy, a bunch of kids can't lift it. So we're all like, okay, let go. We barely got it up. Well, of course, John, remember the big hands situation? All of a sudden, he fell forward, and we all start laughing at him because he face plants right on top of it. Well, we weren't laughing too much longer after that, because he pulls his hand out, and he snipped the tips of his fingers off. And there's blood just gushing out of his hands, and he comes up to me and he's like, Aah! So I have like blood all over my face, all over my shirt. So what do? Being a horrible friend, I start running the other direction because I want nothing to do with this whole show. And I was just I was freaked out. I was like, oh my god. I thought he like cut his whole hand off. I didn't know what happened. So I start running in one direction. He's running in circles, which now we know he was in shock. So the poor kid's like running in circles. So my one friend had the wherewithal or whatever to be like, okay, well, he'd probably follow one of us if we start running. So he's like saying to me, he's like, John, follow me. So John's following him. They're running. Again, you have to go over a bunch of hills, railroad tracks, and around. So the first house they see, I'm already in my backyard. I'm like the Flash. Like, I'm gone. I don't want anything to do with this whole scene. The first house he sees, my friend Eric rings the doorbell and leaves Johnny standing there. So the people open the door, and ironically enough, they were cooking brats that night. Good Milwaukee people. And there's a 12-year-old kid going, ah, with blood gushing out of his fingers at your door. Hi, how are you? So I'm hiding out in the backyard because I'm all full of blood. I know that my mom's home, so I'm just like, I can't go in the house looking like this. So I'm trying to figure out how to sneak in the house and change my clothes, which I managed to do because she was in the living room and I had kind of I spy ways to get in the house. So I get upstairs real quick, change my clothes, wash my face, and then we all meet next door at my friend Eric's house. So here's like 4 of us. We start playing basketball because we're so nervous. We're just like, oh my gosh, what do we do? What happened? So then we see the fire truck, ambulance, police. So then we're just like, ooh, I wonder what that's for. It's for your friend who just got his fingers chopped off. That's what it's for. So we finally decided, we're like, okay, let's go back there. So we go running back there, and there's a bunch of paramedics and stuff, and we have no idea where Johnny is. Must be in the ambulance. So these 2 paramedics come up to us and say, hey, you kids know anything about that kid that got hurt? And we all kind of look at each other like, do we say anything? And we're all the same age. They knew that we were guilty, so we didn't say anything. And the paramedics like, we need your help. You guys got to help us because you can help your friends. So then, of course, we're like, yeah, we know them. So they're like, well, show us where this happened. Well, here's us, little kids like in the movie Stand By Me. We're like all booking through these bushes and running. Here's these giant paramedics with all the stuff trying to keep up with us going, hang on, kids. So we finally get to the spot. These 2 big burly guys just lift the manhole cover off. And, of course, we're all just like, ooh. Like, we were more fascinated by how fast they could pull it open. So they had said, they're like, okay. Then they're kind of trying to look down there, and so all of us are like, oh, look, mister. So I hopped down there, and it was about eye level, so it couldn't have been 10 feet because I don't know how tall I was. It's irrelevant. But I was eye level to the street. And so I'm looking down there, and I'm looking for like a hand, like I don't know what I was looking for. And all of a sudden the guy goes, found him! And he pulls something out, it looked like a putty knife or something, and he's scraping these 2 purple things off the street. Now, I'm eye level watching him. And so I'm looking at him like this, just going, what's that, mister? And he goes, that's your friend's fingertips. I faint in the manhole down. So I don't remember that part. I guess they just kind of got down there and hoisted me out. So next thing I know, I wake up. I've got a bottle of water in my hand, and they're got his little fingertips on ice, and off they go. So now is the part where you got to talk to the parents. So we're all just like, oh my gosh, can I just end up in the hospital? I'd rather do that than talk to my parents about it. So here's the little Orchard Highlands huddle, man. All the parents are all out front of our house. Here we all come with their heads hanging low, just knowing it trubs. So none of us got in trouble. I mean, it was, you guys should do this, whatever. They knew that this was like a really horrible scene we all went through. And unfortunately, they couldn't sew his fingers back on. So he's missing the top digits of these two fingers. He was a good sport about it. And he actually thought it was pretty cool because he'd do tricks. So his favorite trick to do would be stick both these fingers like this so it looked like they were all the way up his nose. So that was fantastic. That was spectacular. And once I left for college, I haven't seen him since. So when I do, I guess I owe him an apology. Sorry, that was my idea, John. If you're seeing this on the World Wide Web,